Hi Year 10. So last lesson I had asked you to sketch all of these graphs from page 65. So in each question you were given two graphs and you were to sketch them out on one set of axes. So the reason that I'd asked you to ignore all the rest of that was just so that I could talk about it with you today. I didn't want it to be information overload all in the one go. But see here for questions 1, 2 and 3, it asked us then, so it asked us to draw the graphs and then hence find the coordinates of the point of intersection of each pair of lines. So let's have a wee look at mine here. So here's my question 1. Now I've just coloured these ones in because my labelling wasn't 100% obvious. I haven't done it on the rest of them. So the point of intersection is just the point where the lines cross. Okay, so that's going to be here for this one. So the point of intersection here is 3, 5. And if you use this to mark yours for me, please. There's some of these where we could be a little bit off. Okay. Second one then, the point of intersection is going to be here. So that coordinate is 0. No, it's not. It's -2, 0. Sorry about that. Okay, number 3. So number 3, point of intersection is down here. I think I've drawn my line a bit dodgily, so I think it's supposed to be -3, -7. Okay, so the point of intersection is just the point where the two lines cross. Now, the reason that we're doing that is because, as we're about to see, that's quite a special point. So see the way it's worded down here. For these next ones, find the value of x and the value of y which satisfy the two equations simultaneously, giving your answer to one decimal place if necessary. So if we look back here, let's go to, I'll go to my first one.
I'm not sure I understand.
Sorry. So if we look here, see this point of intersection? It's a point that appears on both of those lines. So that means that it is an x value and a y value that will fit into both of those equations. So if we look at this, the y value of 5 equals 2 multiplied by the x value, which is 3 minus 1. Is that right? Yes, it is. 5 equals 6 minus 1. So an x value of 3 and a y value of 5 satisfies this equation. By that we just mean it works like the equation works whenever these values are put into it. Let's try it with this one. So this one was y equals x plus 2. So y is 5 equals x, which is 3 plus 2. Yes, it works. Okay, so that's all it means. It's if you have two equations like this and you draw their graphs and those graphs cross, then the x coordinate and the y coordinate are values which will fit into both graphs. And whenever we have two lines like this, we would call them, or two equations like this, we would call them simultaneous equations. Now, next week we're going to be looking at another way that we can solve simultaneous equations without actually drawing the graphs. But for now, all I want us to think about is the graphs. So let's look at 4 to 6 then. So question 4, I think these are the ones where they get a wee bit more dodgy. So see here, this is my point of intersection. So at this point here, the x coordinate of this point and the y coordinate of both point will satisfy, it'll fit in both of these equations. So my x coordinate here, I reckon, is about 1.5 and my y coordinate about 4.5. So x equals 1.5 and y equals 4.5 will be the values that should fit both of these equations. Let's see if mine work. Some of these won't work. So y equals x plus 3. If x is 1.5, 1.5 plus 3 gives me 4.5. Yeah, it works. This one, y equals minus x plus 6. So minus 1.5 plus 6, yeah, gives me 4.5. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be as successful with the other ones because they're really not like just half a square like this one here, see, where it's not quite. So with this wee point of intersection here, I reckon that I'm going to go minus 4.5 for x, and it's just above 1 there for y. I'll go 1.2, but you can see why I'm not going to substitute these ones in. I don't think it's going to work properly. So for yours, if yours are roughly there, then mark it right, okay? These are dodgy questions. And then same again for this one. Do you see where the way our point of intersection here, it's not on a nice line. So I'm going to say that that is minus 5.5. I think it's actually a wee bit less than that. And my y is just above 7. So I'll go 0.2 again, 7.2. So x equals minus 5.5 and y equals 7.2. So just to reiterate my point, I'm going to go away from these two because I don't like them. I'll go back to this one. So if we have two equations which we can draw two straight lines from, then we can call them simultaneous equations. And the solution of those simultaneous equations are the x value and the y value that fits into both equations, and that's only going to happen at one point. It's only going to happen where those lines cross. Okay, so if we had picked a point on this line like here, then yeah, if we substitute those values in, the x value and the y value, it'll satisfy this equation, but because it doesn't appear on this line, it won't satisfy this one. So there's only one point of values, there's only one x and y set of values which will complete both equations properly. Okay, so this here, what we did last lesson, is one way of solving simultaneous equations, and to save us mixing up the two methods, I'm going to save the second method of solving simultaneous equations for next week. So that's what we're going to be focusing on in our lessons next week. So it's on page 66 in our notes. For today, I have a revision video that I actually recorded last year that I'm going to get you to watch, and it's all about straight line graphs. So all the stuff that we have been doing there on straight line graphs. Now, because I recorded this last year, I've said in the video my class already have this page. You obviously don't. I'm going to get that to you once we're back in school. Okay, I can post a PDF of it, but it'll not be as good as having the full size page, so I can get you a photocopy of this page whenever we're back in school. But in the video I just go over all the different rules for straight line graphs, and it's just a nice wee recap of all the stuff that we've learnt about them. Okay, so I will link that other video here actually, so if you just watch it straight after this one. Thank you.